Today our group is going to talk about environmental topic. Our topic is how can endangered species be saved from extinction? Firstly, I would like to give the definition of the word extinction. Extinction means a situation in which something no longer exists, or in our context, it means species having no living members. Presently, there are a lot of nearly extinct wildlife, such as the Bornean orangutan, giant otter, and black-footed ferret. There are several causes of extinction, such as overhunting, destruction of habitat, and pollution. So, we should conserve these animals because they promote biodiversity, which is essential to our ecosystem. And they also have benefits on other points such as agriculture, farming, recreation, and aesthetical value. Now, we are going to present you 7 ways to save endangered species from extinction.
The first solution is education. There are various ways to inform people about endangered species. For students, teacher might give a lecture on how important of endangered species, such as corals forming coral reefs. It protects small islands from tidal waves and provides food source or hideout for many marine animals, including fish, crab, sea cucumbers, and even turtles. If there is no corals, this species would be affected. Moreover, coral skeleton structure is indicated with isotope oxygen 18. Major isotope oxygen in the atmosphere is oxygen 16. The process of geochemistry can utilize this oxygen isotope anomaly for geographical model, including sea surface temperature and sea surface salinity. These two data can be related to modeling of endangered southern oscillation with its climate fluctuations, or for ordinary citizen organization of natural resource and environment can create advertising campaign about the advantage of the relationship between endangered species and environment. And one organism lives together with another organism. This is called symbiosis. There are many types of symbiosis with two creatures help or compete against each other. By the way, it is natural intention. In good environment, we should have many animal and plant species, including endangered species, to sustain the biodiversity. Then the more various biodiversity, the stronger ecosystem. However, it would be hard to measure how people comply. Even people who are educated about endangered species may not conserve wildlife. It is up to people in the community that they will do or won't do. But the education is the mightiest way because it is primary prevention and cheaper than other ways.
Next solution to save endangered species is making the home wildlife friendly. Reducing use of water can increase chance of survival of animals that live in or near water. Using less water reduces the use of water in the river and also reduce destroying aquatic animal habitat. Placing decor on window deter bird collisions. Millions of birds die every year because of collisions with windows. Placing decors on the window in a home and an office help reduce the number of collisions simply. Organizing dangerous waste collections systematically from households to prevent collisions. Dangerous waste such as oil, battery, chemical substance may affect the animal organ systems. For example, DDT that affect both animals and humans cause reproductive system failures and neurological effects. Moreover, The contamination of air, water, and soil has caused death or a threat to animal habitat. To illustrate, oil pollution negatively affects the development of marine organisms and also cause gastrointestinal irritations, liver and kidney damage, and damage to the nerves. However, making your home wildlife friendly may not play a great role in endangered species because they live in a deep forest away from urban areas.
Another way to save endangered species from extinction is drive slowly and carefully. Nowadays, some habitats of endangered species become tourist attraction, so there are the roads that are obstacle for endangered species, because these animals have to cross the roads in search of food and water. However, some developed areas have a lot of cars. If the drivers are careless or drive fast, these animals may be hit by the cars. So, it increases the risk of their death and extinction. So, when we are driving in the areas that are habitat of endangered species, we should drive slowly, follow speed limit, and watch for wildlife in an road. This way can be practical if there is legislation about speed limit and the drivers strictly follow the rules. In summary, driving slowly can reduce death of endangered species from extinct. As a result, this can save them from extinction.
Another way to conserve wildlife animals is reduce deforestation. First of all, let's see how important forests are. Forests are vital for health and well-being of humans, wildlife, and the earth. They provide habitat for about 2/3 of all land-dwelling animals and plants. People should reduce deforestation because deforestation can lead to direct loss of wildlife habitat, as well as a general degradation of their habitat, and many cannot survive. The removal of trees and other types of vegetation reduces available food, shelter, and breeding habitat. Wildlife habitats can become fragmented, where millions of native species must live on remaining habitat islands that are surrounded by disturbed land that is being used for agriculture and other uses. Next, lower use of palm oil. Palm oil is a source of huge profits for multinational corporations. While at the same time destroying the forest, palm oil production has become one of the main causes of rainforest destruction around the world. These critical ecosystems are being ripped apart as a result of a booming demand for furniture, flooring, lumber, and other building materials. Trees are used to make paper, packaging materials, pencils, fuel for cooking and heat, and other wood-based products. Therefore, people should buy alternative or sustainable products rather than wood products, and more focus on reuse, reduce, and recycle. For example, for reuse is reusing used wood. It can be used in woodcraft or making objects, such as a spice rack or a bird table. Alternatively, it could be used as firewood. Next, reduce. The most easiest way is reducing use of paper. Lastly, recycle. The products made from paper as shopping bags and books also buy products that are recycled. Because if everybody starts to do this, it will reduce the need for raw materials considerably. Of course, less trees will be cut. In my opinion, on an individual level, people should completely give up on using products that require trees to be cut. This will be the effective way that the forests are alive and lots of animal species will survive. To evaluate this solution, which is reduce deforestation, it can happen if most of us decrease using things made from wood. That will make providers find the ways to solve their business problems. For example, they may think of green products.
The fifth solution is never buy products from threatened or endangered species. When tourists travel overseas, they want souvenirs such as corals, tourist shells, and ivory. More people like them, but there are few who know where they derive from. These are made from species nearing extinction, resulting in the risk of extinction increasingly. For this reason, we choose campaign tourists in order not to buy souvenirs made from endangered species. Moreover, some people like to collect rare products such as fur products derived from endangered species skins, such as tigers, polar bears, sea otters, or crocodiles, which will support merchants who threaten these species. And then, this means we need to kill them illegally, leading to decreasing of endangered species. However, killing endangered species are illegal. If people want to buy fur products from endangered species, they have to buy them from a black market which sells illegal productions. So, if we want to protect them, we should not support a black market. And most people know medical products from animals. Most medical products made from endangered species, such as rhinos, tigers, or Asiatic black bears, unless people harm them, they can't produce medical products. We should not support these medical products. For example, we will not buy medical products produced from endangered species. Furthermore, some want to buy endangered species for being pests, such as live monkeys, or elves, or parrots, or macaws. Therefore, we should ban buying them as pests. Also, some restaurants like to cook endangered wildlife, such as a bench of monkey. Hence, we should ban and not support these restaurants. Many people think that this solution is hard to be realistic solution. However, if everyone cooperates, it will be a realistic solution and be long-term protection. This solution can evaluate by reducing the use of endangered species products, which makes people know that they are an interesting way to protect endangered species.
The seventh solution is habitat conservation, a management practice that seeks to conserve, protect, and restore habitat areas for wild plants and animals. Especially conservation prevents species and prevents the extinction, fragmentation, or reduction in range. To protect wildlife habitats, there are many ways, including reduced habitat loss and degradation. For example, learn more about the natural habitats for both yourself and others. You can find local information from community and learn about the effect to wildlife habitat before building on your property. There may be options to modify your project to make it more environmental friendly. The another way to conserve wildlife habitats is tread lightly and avoid damaging wildlife habitat. To illustrate, try to avoid trampling that can damage sensitive vegetation and endanger animals by walking on trails. If there is no trail, try to walk on the rocks or sand. Do not take shortcuts across fences in the trail that can cause erosion when rainwater flows down. In my opinion, protecting wildlife habitats is a good idea, but may require help from government for an environmental institute.
Legislation is making for controlling everybody in society. We can reduce extinction of wildlife by legislating about preventing wildlife from people who want to harm them. For example, making threatening harm to reserve wildlife is illegal. We have to listen to support our opinion. The first reason, almost everybody fear punishment of legislation because they don't want to pay fine or are imprisoned. So, if you legislate to protect wildlife or make the legislation more punish than prison, you will reduce the number of people that want to do harm animals for his outcome. When people doing illegal decrease, the number of reserved wildlife will increase, and if they have much enough, they will out of reserved wildlife list. The second reason, when legislation about reserved wildlife are made, authorities thus have duty to detect illegal is increased. For example, soldiers that survive and border patrol police. So, wrongdoers are more and more delayed and punished than the past when illegal is happening. In conclusion, legislation about preventing wildlife from outlaw can reduce extinction of wildlife because people fear the punishment and it decreases the number of wrongdoers that do illegal but not be punished.